Hey folks, SoloGamer here, and we're going to be doing another game of Mansions of Madness. And we are going to be doing the scenario called Return of the Reanimator. And it is the first scenario from the Forbidden Alchemy expansion. Our heroes are going to be Vincent Lee and Sister Mary. And Vincent Lee has 10 health, 10 sanity, 4 skill points, and he comes with the bone saw. And then Sister Mary, she comes with 8 health, 12 sanity, 3 skill points, and she came with her Holy Rosary. So let's start with the scenario here, and basically the story so far. It was another letter, same as the others. I am told that you have experience with problems that others might dismiss as supernatural nonsense. To be brief, I am dying. Doctors tell me nothing can be done, but I am not one to give up. There is a man in London who has made a breakthrough that may yet be my salvation. It is said he has found the secret of immortality. Unfortunately, the nature of his work has put him outside the boundaries of the law, and he is near impossible to find. Seek out this angel and secure his discovery. I am very wealthy, and no reward will be too lavish. The man is American. His name is Herbert West. It was a funny sort of hope, considering that West was supposedly killed by his assistant 5 years ago. After many similar letters, it seems like a scam to drain the coffers of the aging rich. Unsavory to be certain, but not that sort of case you would travel across the ocean to investigate. But then you started studying Herbert West. While a student, West experimented with a compound that he claimed could restart the chemical process of animate life. Later, he left a successful private practice to serve during the war. There, West supposedly entrusted Major Sir Eric Moreland Clapman Lee with the secrets of his work. Allegedly, Clapman Lee was killed in a plane crash that nearly decapitated him. However, the field hospital, which his remains were destroyed by German shelling, so the reports of his death are inconclusive. After the war, West returned to private practice until the night of his supposed death. The police concluded that he was murdered by his assistant and disposed of in the downstairs incinerator. Again, no body was found. When you spoke to the accused murderer in his padded cell, he told of a vengeful, headless Clapman Lee and a legion of silent corpses tearing West to pieces. Regardless of who is continuing the experiments in reanimation, no amount of wealth would ever be worth revealing the secrets. Most of West's victims became subhuman things, murderous, cannibalistic monstrosities that cannot be allowed to exist in their undead state. And if West is not dead, he must be made so. Your investigations in London reveal that a suspicious figure is hiding in the former Penrose School of Surgical Expertise. A prestigious institution 50 years ago, it is now a vermin-infested shambles. Okay. And let's do the little prologue here. You follow the grim-faced policeman through the fog to the building's withered door. You're daft to believe that lunatic stories, the Bobby grunts. The old-timer said he had snuck in to get out of the rain when he saw a hand moving, a hand that weren't attached to an arm. He took off running and ran right into a fellow that matches the description of this Dr. West. He claims he saw the hand pick up one of the old scalpels the instructors used for teaching. He says it tried to stab him. The man was clearly delusional. And so our two heroes start in the hallway there. Okay. And so we'll start with them. And we'll start with Dr. Vincent Lee first. And a side note now, of course, this ought to be anybody who's familiar with anything of Lovecraft. Dr. Herbert West, well, if you've ever seen the Reanimator movies from the 80s, I think they lasted maybe even till the early 90s. They were pretty good, especially the first one. The others were kind of weird, but so this ought to be a nice little trip down memory lane. So let's start with Vincent Lee, and he's going to explore first, and he explores in here, and he finds an axe. That's pretty good. And then he's going to move one, and let him move 2. Okay, and then Sister Mary will move 1, 2, and then she will explore. And she finds the nameless Colts. Alright, and now it is our Mythos phase. So let's put 1 time token on the time card. And the keeper did not get to start this scenario with any threat or any Mythos or trauma cards. So I have to start with, I have to get my 2 threat here. And my abilities are Evil Presence, Crawling Hands, Creature of the Night, Pyromaniac, and Raise Dead. And probably what I'll do is I probably won't do nothing this turn. I'll wait to build up some more threat. And so we're back to Dr. Lee. And let's see here. We'll come 1, 2, 3. And then we'll move her 1, 2, 3. And that'll be it. Alright, let's put a time token on the thing. And let me get 2 more threat. Now I can start playing around here. Okay, I'm going to pay 2 threat, which I'm doing. And I'm going to take this corpse marker off, and I'm going to put a zombie in that space. Let's see here. And then I'm going to pay another threat. And I might use the Crawling Hands. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to draw a Trauma and Mythos card. How about that? Alright. And let me put a zombie in that space. Okay, so I put a zombie in that space, and then let's see, I can spin one, my last threat, to move the zombie 1 space, and I will do that. And now Sister Mary and Vincent Lee will do their horror checks. And we'll start with Vincent Lee. And Vincent Lee passed. She rolled a 1. And Sister Mary, she failed, so she loses 1 sanity. So put a little sanity thing on her. She's got 12, so she's not too bad. And my zombie gets to attack. And I will have it attack Sister Mary, as a matter of fact. Let's see here. The monster lurches for you as you cry out for help. Test strength. You may re-roll the die if another investigator is in your space. Well, she does have another investigator in her space. Let's see what she gets. Her strength is 3, and she rolled a 1, so she didn't even have to re-roll. Alright, you managed to push the monster away. No effect. Okay. So now it's our hero's turn, and we're going to start with Vincent Lee. And he's going to attack this thing with the axe. So let's see what he has. Melee weapon here. In a moment of panic, you throw your weapon at your assailant. Test marksmanship. Okay. His marksmanship is 4. He's going to spend a skill point to pull that up. Alright, and he got it. So he does, let's see, how much damage does this thing do? Pass. The weapon strikes it right between the eyes. Deal weapon damage +2 and drop this weapon. So that's 6 damage on this guy, and he killed it. So he did 6 damage on that thing, but he dropped the weapon. Okay. So that was 1 action, and he's going to spend another action to pick it back up. And he's going to spend another action to move into here. She is going to spend an action to search, and she finds the fire extinguisher, and then she's going to move 2, and then she will search again, and she finds nothing of interest. Okay, so now it is, let's put a time token on the card. Let me get 2 Mythos cards, or 2 threat. Let's see here. I have the crawling hands. Alright, it says I can spend 1 threat to do that, and I will. It says once per turn per crawling hand token, you may either move the token 3 spaces or choose an investigator in the token space to test dexterity. The investigator is stunned. Okay, so I have 2 crawling hands in here, so I could try each one. So let's test his dexterity. His dexterity is 5, and he failed, so he is stunned. And her dexterity is 5, and she failed, so she is stunned. Okay. And now it is the keeper's turn. Alright, we have 4 tokens on the time thing, so let's see what happens there. And it says, it had been so still you didn't see it for what it was, not till it moved. The keeper may place a zombie in any room with 1 or more investigators. Alright, so the zombie's back. Put the zombie back in the room with the investigators. We'll gain 2 threat. My guys are stunned, and I'll just hold on to that threat for right now. And since my guys are stunned, they can't do anything, and so the zombie will attack. But first, let's do the horror checks. Alright, he fails. She fails. So they both fail. Okay, and the zombie's going to attack Sister Mary. And it says here that your enemy begins screaming in a strange tongue. Test lore. Okay, well, she has a lore of 4. And she failed. And let's see what it says. Your skin begins to tighten as the spell takes effect. Take 2 damage and 1 horror. So she takes 2 damage and another horror. Yikes. Okay. Alright, so it's their turn. They are unstunned. And that's it. Now it's the keeper's turn. Let's put another time token here, and I'll gain me 2 more threat. Alright, so I got a pile of threat here. So let me see what I want to do. What I'll probably want to do is I have a couple more corpses in here. And I might put some zombies on those spaces, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so I got some zombies going, so I've done that. And I didn't see, I can move one of them. Creature of the night, move every monster in 1 space. I'll pay 1 to do that. So I move them 1, and I move him 1. Okay? And of course this zombie gets attacked, and he will attack Sister Mary. Your foe tries to sneak behind you. Test dexterity. Okay. Alright, let's see. She passed on that, so let's see. It's you see your foe clearly and quickly dodge attack. You may move 1 space. So she will move 1 space, and she will move right here. Okay, now it's our hero's turn. Alright, so Vincent Lee's going to start, and he's going to attack again. And he's going to attack with the axe. Alright, you quickly jab your weapon into the chest of your enemy. Test your strength. Okay, he got it, and it says, alright, pass. Your assailant backs away, startled by your attack. Deal 2 damage, and you may move the monster 1 space. Okay, we will move the monster there. He moves it 1 space. And he puts 2 damage on the damn thing. Okay. Alright. So that's 1 turn. And then he will move another, and he will search. And he finds a sledgehammer. Jesus, he's finding all these weapons. Okay, Sister Mary here is going to search. And what does she find? Tripwire. Immediately discard, then test your dexterity. She rolled a 10, she failed. Take 1 damage and you are stunned. Alright, so she takes another damage, and of course she is stunned. So that will be the end of her turn. Okay, alright. Let's put a time token on there. Give me 2 threat. And I will spin, of course, 1 threat to move the monster 1. I will move him 1, and I will move him 1. That leaves me with 1 threat. And let's see, what am I going to do? I guess I'll save it. Okay, I'll save it. And so it's the hero's turn. Of course, she can't go. But Vincent Lee will go, and he will move 1, and he will attack that zombie again. Alright. You slice at your enemy's neck. Test dexterity and then strength. Alright. Alright, well, let's see what his dexterity is here. 5. Okay. And then strength is 5. Okay. And it says, you nearly sever your foe's head, kill the monster. Alright, so he killed the monster. And he spent a skill point to do so. Okay, so that's 2. And then I guess he will move 1 more back over here, which is 3. Okay. Alright, let's put a time token here. And let me gain 2 more. And of course, I will spend 1 to do that. Then I will get a trauma and mythos card. Okay, well, I can do this one then, which I will do. Okay. What is insane? We are in a laboratory, so I can do this one. It says you open the closet doors looking for clues. Instead, you find that the cabinets are filled with bloody body parts. More like the reanimator any minute. Zombies, body parts, test willpower +1. Okay, his willpower is 3. He passed. He rolled 2. It says, alright, well, it would have took too hard, but didn't. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, I'm going to play this on Sister Mary, and it says each time you use a tome card or gain skill points, take 1 horror. Well, she has a tome, but so if she uses it, she's going to take 1 horror. And that'll be the end of my turn. Well, I might can move one of these crawling hands. Let's move him 1. This 1. Okay, so now it is our hero's turn. Vincent Lee will move 1, 2, and he will attack that zombie. Alright, you receive a burst of courage and charge the monster. Test your strength. Okay, remember he has a strength of 5. He rolled a 3. Your weapon sinks deep into its skull, deal weapon damage +1. So that's 5 damage on it. Let's see if it's still alive. It is dead. He killed it. Wow. Okay. And then she will go and she will search, and she finds whiskey. Gain 1 willpower. 2, 3. Okay. And so now it is my turn. Let me get my threat, and it is now time for a new event. Let's see what happens. Reveal objective. Okay. Alright. The door to the library swings open and Herbert West steps forward, alive and well. The keeper places West in the library. West is a named maniac with +3 health per investigator. When the keeper uses the creature night action, he may move West up to 3 spaces instead of 1, and we have to reveal the objective. And the objective is, the keeper wins if Dr. West escapes from the graveyard. The investigators win if Dr. Herbert West is killed or the last event card is resolved. Okay. Alright, so we'll do that, and then we'll come back and keep going. SoloGamer saying, see you then.